Hey, Dennis here. So I just want to talk about the WordPress plugin I'm making. When I was still running a digital agency, I had clients with 500 plus posts to deal with. Just updating a bunch of stuff or trying to find the right content became a pain. I'd end up installing like 5 or 10 plugins to make things work. So I built Quickpress. Quickpress is a bulk editor for WordPress with an extra trick. It's a fast, clean, and yeah, we added AI to make it even smarter. What it does right now, it can do quick edits, change titles, slugs, categories, tags, even metadata, and it is super fast. Advanced search, bulk editing, custom columns, you can only see the stuff that you care about. That means the WordPress field. And then you can do an AI post generator. Look, I know WordPress is evolving, they're rebuilding parts of the admin, but I still think there's a room for tools like this. My goal is to lessen the number of installed plugins in your website. I've got a bunch of new features that is planned, but this is still an early version, so I'd love your feedback. Okay, let's switch for a bit and let's look at the app right now. So this is our screen here. This is our dashboard. You can access it through here if you installed the plugin. And then this is the tab that you're just gonna click. And then this is our settings here on the right side. We got create posts, columns, and your pagination. And also this is your advanced search here. On the left side, this is our status. So this is like your status here for your posts, and then your post type choices, and also your taxonomies here, and then your settings. And if you want to exit, go back to the main WordPress admin. If you go to settings page, you can place in your license key, and then you can set your WordPress column settings. Let's just put it in these two fields here. And then in OpenAI, you can add your OpenAI key here. The plan is to bring your own API key. So I really don't like tokens. So as much as possible, if that can help you guys to save money, and then that's a win, right? Okay, so you can do some settings here. You can change it to 2, or let's say 3. And then if you notice, like there's a feedback here, you don't need to click save anymore. So it's automatically listening to changes. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there for now. And then let's go back to the home page. So in our home page, we need to talk about, the feature that I love. This guy here is your light mode and your dark mode. So I'm a dark mode guy, so I'm just gonna stick with this setting. Okay, so let's talk about create post. So create post right now, this is where you generate posts that you wanted, and then on your left side, this is like your post type. You can set things in here, and also you can do some search. And then you can also add topics here. This search is for the topics that you like let's say graphic designer. So you can add topic in here, and then you can add more additional prompts. There's an example. So I did save something like things to do as a web development agency. Let's do that. So this is where you are a digital agency that serves in Chicago, USA area for a long time. Okay, so that's good. I like that. And then you got your status on your right here. And then now you just need to generate title. Boom. So you can generate keywords. There you go. And then you see earlier, I changed this one on the settings portion. So I can also change the number of sections that I wanted. I just want to have one so that it's quicker. All right, key strategies for web development in Chicago. And then let's just do 2. I like that. Let's generate that part. So it's generating a content. It might take longer, but After that, we'll just have a good article. So the good thing here is I set this up as a keyword here. So I should be getting some words in that content regarding towards the keyword that we have. See, if you can see here in the content, there's like digital marketing. That is good for keywords. Let's just say SEO best practices. There you go. So for SEO wise, that is really helpful. And let's do some excerpt here. Let's just going to continue. And then you can select image if you're done selecting. We can generate an featured image here. We're almost done actually. It takes a while to generate an image because as it's generating, it's also adding a metadata on the back end. So let's see how that works. So this is the image that generated. It's, as you can see here, there's like metadata that is added. So you don't need to do anything, right? So AI just recognizing what you have in this image and just doing its thing, which is really awesome. Okay, so you're just gonna use that media, and then now we can do categories here. So I dealt with like a ton of taxonomies before, so it's a pain to really search which one is really the best for that article. So what I ended up doing is adding this feature where you can let AI match the title and the content based from your categories that you got, right? So yep, digital marketing, user experience, and web development. And then if you don't have any specific things and you don't have any idea what to put in for categories, then you can just generate a new one. And then I think we got everything so far. All right, so you can match this guy. Just say maybe, all right, this is the suggestion here generated, so you can add those. It didn't come up earlier for suggestions because we ended up using all of it, right? So there's nothing to add anymore. Anyways, you can set this as scheduled post, or you can just do it today and then just publish the post, and you can do save as draft too. So I'm just gonna publish that guy. It now goes to our homepage again. So in our homepage, let's talk about this preview here. So this is what we generated. You can also close this and then see the rest of it, like the rest of your records here. But we're just gonna use this part and try to edit this. Try to convert it as a block here. All right, let's do that one. I will just gonna stick to it, and let's move on. So that changes, and then now you can see the changes here. Now let's talk about the columns and the paginations here. We're done with create posts. We do have a columns here. Columns is basically, just think of this as a table, but in a way it's a smart table, or a custom table. You can scroll to your left or right, and then you can add more if you want to. If you have some things in here, you got modified, right? All right, so these are your choices in your table row. So if you go to your top right again, there's like pagination. The good thing about this plugin is we are using the WordPress store. That means let's see, if I scroll down, it's fetching the data, right? So I'll try to finish it to up to 10. All right. We're in 9/10. We're almost there. We are 10/10 finally. So you just need to do an infinite scroll to load up your request rather than on the WordPress side of things, you need to do a ton of clicking to move to the next page, right? So the cool thing about this is when you generate those 10 earlier, and then when you go back to the post, it has your old data. So like your query data. So you don't need to do some query anymore. It's just loading it for you and it's super fast, right? All right, let's talk about bulk editor rows. So this is your rows here. We can set things up again here, tags, articles, name. I was gonna activate everything here. So in your rows, as you can see, you got your metadatas here, and also you got modified in the date that is published, right? You can change those actually in this table. So if you want to do it now, then you can just save that, and that is saved. And you can change the slug here if you want to. You can view the excerpt, you can edit the excerpt, and then you can change it to categories. Is actually you got a duplicate button in here. So now you got a duplicate button. It's really quick, right? So now you can I'm just gonna delete this one. That's just for the demonstration. You can also add whoever's the author here, and then you can change it to future for the status. You can do like sticky or not, and then comments off or not, right? And then the next one would be taxonomies. We're gonna need to go back to our taxonomies here, and then you can actually, so if you can see here, you got a lot of tags, right? But this article doesn't have any metadata here or any taxonomies. You can click this as like your AI button, then it will still analyze your article and then base everything from your taxonomies that you got or your tags that you got here, and then it will just add it up for you. Yeah, that's how you manage metadata in here. Now let's talk about advanced search. The advanced search is quite similar to the pagination explanation that we got. So when I type here E and S, it doesn't really query directly because it's the bouncing, right? So let's do essential. All right, so you got essentials here, and then you can also filter. Like I just want to have like artists here, cool, and then maybe like design. Let's do design, philosophy. Man, look at that, it's really fast. I'm really so excited. When I was building this, I was like, man, okay, all right, you can do like authors here, and then you can change the author. Like let's say it's gonna do this guy, and then you can sort everything in here, right? Cool. And then you can also do some dates. We're gonna improve this later on. So now let's talk about statuses here. This is your like post type, just like I said earlier. And then this is your status. You get private, trash, and then your taxonomies here. This is where you manage the taxonomies. This will be improved to later on in a beta state. And again, we're still in alpha state right now. We're trying to like tighten things up design wise, experience wise, and all of those good stuff. So yeah, that's all for the alpha state right now. There's like a ton of coming. We're gonna talk about like things that is at work or will be in the future work. So So it's on GitHub so that it's much easier to maintain, because they're maintaining it, right? There's no headroom for that. We're gonna do some WordPress block editor with AI. So what that means is you can generate directly from the Gutenberg here. So if you can see right now, you don't really have a way to generate using what we have set in our prompts. It would be nice if you have like an AI in here, and then you can generate and ask OpenAI to just generate something. That's the plan. And also generating an image. Yes, that's part of the in progress right now. After this alpha state, the feedback, we're gonna clean that up, and if we have like less bugs for that, and then we're gonna do the in progress. The next one would be bulk AI editor, which is I am so excited about. What I'm thinking here is, and I would love to get your opinion, where you can create a post or you can do some bulk editing here, and then you can just automate it. So it's kind of more like an automation where you can automate like 4 articles in a month, right? Then it will just instantly publish, and then of course you just need to read it again, right? But the thing is, like, it will be easier to manage. That is in the future. And the other thing that I am so excited about is this advanced AI media library, where you can also generate image and do some old filters and stuff. It will be a surprise, I guess. So I don't want to say the features yet, but I am so excited about that. That's the thing that I really wanted, and I was struggling when I'm using WordPress. I'm using our current library state. It's been a while that this state is being updated, so I just want to have some new features in that added, especially with the current state in AI right now. So everything, you can provide the feedback in this repo, and then you can do some issues here so that we can attain and fix it. I really need you guys to just break it as much as possible, so that we can have a really nice plugin in the future. It's really not about me, but for the community to use. So if you want to join the list, be part of this list here. We're gonna send you an email that we're live. I hope you guys like it. So I'm hoping that you guys will gonna help me develop this app and be an alpha tester. We do have a Discord link. I created that one, a channel where we can really just stop and provide some feedback. All right, if you're an alpha tester, by the way, you'll get 50% discount once this product is released, and also you'll have a bring your own API key. That is the best discount and price deal ever that I can take off for you guys. Yeah, let's build an app together. Let's build this and make it wonderful. And yeah, see you around.